Hello, potato. It's time for lunch, and you know, not every meal needs to have a face. I'm not vegan or vegetarian. Obviously, if you watch this channel, you know that. But I do like to try meat alternatives periodically, and today we have found something rather interesting at our local Trader Joe's. It is Korean Beefless Bulgogi, plant-based bulgogi style strips marinated in a sweet and savory soy sauce, and it is vegan. And I thought, you know, I think we were looking for a sauce for the Christmas tacos when we found this, and we didn't pick it up then. We picked it up just recently to finally give it a try, because we like beef bulgogi and we like trying meat alternatives, your impossibles and your beyonds. And I thought, well, this sounded interesting. You get 3 servings per container, 230 calories, 25% of your daily sodium, so it's a little high in the sodium, but that's probably mostly the sauce. But it includes 16 grams of protein, which is, you know, that's not bad. Ingredients, water, sauce. So I'm thinking that's where all that sodium is probably the sauce. Got pear puree, onion, garlic, apple puree, caramelized sugar, modified cornstarch, ginger, that's a good sign, green onion, extract. But yeah, we're looking at textured soy protein here as our substance. And you do have a number of ways you can cook this, and I'm kind of stumped there. You can microwave it, you can do it in an oven, you can do it in an air fryer, you can do it on the stovetop. I'm feeling like perhaps the stovetop will give us the most authentic kind of meat feel in the mouth, but I'm really not sure, because I mean, air fryer would certainly be convenient. I mean, anyway, it's not very long. I mean, it's 3 to 4 minutes in the microwave, it's 5 to 7 in the oven, it's 3 to 5 on the stove, or 4 to 6 in the air fryer. So it's a pretty quick meal however you do it. Let's open up and see what there is to see on this. I mean, it's frozen, so we're not going to be able to try any of it uncooked or anything. And yeah, that's pretty much exactly what I would have expected it to be. It's just a frozen, air-deprived block of brown, which, you know, doesn't look super. I'm surprised it's not like a boil in the bag option, actually. If you're microwaving it, no, so your microwave, you still. It says remove all packaging, so you still would take it out of this and just put it on a plate and nuke it for 3 or 4 minutes. So I feel like a pan might be the way to go with this. I don't know. I'm torn. What do you think? What are you answering for? I can't hear you. I'm in the past. I can't hear what you're saying. So yeah, I think we'll make up some rice. And then, because that does show rice on the front here. So I think we'll make up some rice, throw this onto the stovetop, into a fry pan, fry it up, and come back here and see how it is. So yeah, I'm gonna go make some rice, cook this up, and as far as you know, I'll be right back in just a moment. And I am now back with our Trader Joe's Korean Beefless Bulgogi with some lovely steamed rice. And this is obviously not the full package. This is both of our meals. And I will say, first of all, so it does say on the instructions here to heat from frozen. This finger on there without the glare from the light. Heat from frozen. It also says in multiple places for different instructions to cook them in a single layer. So that big brown blob you saw a few seconds ago is not a single layer. It is a big brown clump of meat. I thought some of that was going to be sauce, but as you can see here, there is essentially no sauce to this at all, which isn't necessarily a bad thing. And to be fair, I think it does look very much like the package. So, I mean, it's not like there's anything misleading here. The package does not show it being particularly saucy. The real item is not very saucy. But I mean, I don't see how you would put it in an air fryer in a single layer when it doesn't come that way. It's not in a single layer, it's in a big clump. Second, the instructions on the back that say for the stovetop, because that is what I went with. The stovetop says 3 to 5 minutes. It took me that long just to start getting the clump to break up. It was really like clumped together, and it took a while for the heat to penetrate through enough to actually get the pieces to peel off from each other. Now, I will say, this looks like meat. This looks like, to me, it looks enough like beef that if you didn't tell me, I wouldn't know by looking that it isn't. And it even seared up pretty nicely like beef. So, I mean, it definitely looks the part. It smells good. It's not overpoweringly scented, but it smells good. It smells like the beef bulgogi I've had, which, to be fair, is mostly from the KP food court. It's not like I've had a wide variety of beef bulgogi. But it smells the part. I would like more sauce, but again, that's the way it shows it on the package. Guess I should have gotten some gochujang to mix in with it. But we do have a nice little vegan meal here. The rice is just cooked with water, no special things there. And you know, not every meal needs to have a face. So I'm interested. I'm hoping this smells good, or rather, I'm hoping it tastes as good as it smells. And I think if it's good, I may revisit it at some point in the future and maybe try thawing it out first. I know it says heat from frozen, but I feel like I couldn't do the conventional oven or the air fryer instructions the way it says with it frozen. I need it thawed out in order to put the pieces out into a single layer. Because ultimately what was in that brown blob was 3 to 4 layers of meat. Or not meat, processed soy protein. Textured soy protein, that's the phrase I used. So let's try a bite of it first. Just on its own, without the rice, and see what it's like. Well, it's chewy. It's got actually a really good, almost a kind of a smoky teriyaki flavor. Not teriyaki sauce, but like cooked on open fire kind of a flavor to it. It's chewy like beef, but the texture is not quite right for beef. It does feel like soy, but it does taste pretty much like I would expect beef bulgogi to taste. It's not as dry as it looks. It looks like it'd be pretty dry, but it's actually not. The chewiness does make it almost feel like it's maybe a kind of a fatty piece of meat. It's got that kind of texture. If you like that, then you might enjoy this for that reason. But it's got a really good smoky flavor to it. It does taste a lot like beef cooked on like an iron grill over flames. I'm talking about teriyaki. It's just the texture is just not quite right. And it feels a little like fatty meat, but the teeth still go through it a little too easy. There's not like connective tissue keeping you from biting it apart. But yeah, it's got a little bit of chewiness, which I'm not a humongous fan of. I'm not a humongous fan of really fatty meats, which some people are. I mean, so that's a personal preference issue. But honestly, I mean, on its own, this is fine. I would eat this. I think if you didn't tell me it was soy, I may not know necessarily that it's soy. I would think probably that it's a very cheap cut of meat. Let's try it with some rice, if I can get it without dumping it all over the place. Yeah, that is perfectly fine. I might add a little seasoning or something to the rice, just because while the beef, or the beefless, is very flavorful, the rice isn't, and there being no sauce to kind of soak into the rice is noticeable. But honestly, as far as eating this as a meal, see, I knew that was going to happen. In the bowl, there we go. As eating this as a meal, this is perfect. I actually might let the meat, the fake meat, go a little bit longer, because these charred bits do have a nice extra bit of texture to them that makes it feel even more like real beef. I'm legitimately surprised at how, because I kind of thought it would be passable, but I'm like legitimately surprised this is actually like a genuinely good thing. I will get this again. I'm not sure if we'll revisit it on the channel to try tweaking the instructions a bit, because I think those are just inaccurate. The way they're written, they are inaccurate. They say you either let this thaw, or it definitely took longer. On medium heat, it took me longer than 5 minutes. Again, 5 minutes, I was just starting to get the pieces to peel off of the clump. So definitely more like 7 to 10 minutes on the stovetop for me. I mean, maybe if I had a induction, I have a conduction oven, an induction cooker. If I had an induction cooker instead of a gas one, maybe that would have made a difference. I don't know. I mean, I could get out the induction cooktop and try that too. Yeah, the instructions are off. I definitely need to get some sort of a sauce, to like a gochujang or something to put on the rice. But this is a perfectly passable fake bulgogi. I have for what it is, I have really no complaints. It's just what I want it to be, which is saucier, is my issue. And you know, some spice wouldn't be bad either, but it's bulgogi, it's not usually a spicy meal. Well, my food is now getting cold. I am definitely gonna go enjoy finishing this. And yeah, I think we will probably be getting this again. This is legitimately good. Like, it definitely rates up there with like the Skinny Butcher nuggets and like the Impossible Burger and stuff. I genuinely like this. And I'm not going to be going vegetarian or vegan anytime soon. But again, not every meal needs to have a face. So I'm going to go enjoy this before it finishes cooling down. I hope you found this all interesting or entertaining. If you did, go ahead and give the video a like, subscribe to the channel. If you are aware of, I know that Trader Joe's has some other meatless offerings in the frozen section. I may have to go back and check out as well. But if you know of any that I would like, that you think I would like, that would be good to try, let me know in the comments, and maybe I'll give them a try if I can find them. But otherwise, I will see you in the next video.